You are now tuned in to another episode of Black Girls Den Podcast, brought to you by Alicia's Productions.
Hey, homegirls, welcome back to the Black Girls Den Podcast, where girlhood meets womanhood in the den. I'm your homegirl, Alicia, and this is our Small Town Bigger Dreams series, where we talk to global entrepreneurs about how they started their entrepreneurial endeavors and dreams they achieved and dreams they wanted to achieve. Today we have Deirdre Barnes, who is the owner of FLY, Fly Girl Candles, and she is from Mount Sterling, Kentucky, based in Louisville, Kentucky, and she started Fly Girl Candles in June of 2020. She does a lot of events in the city. You might have seen her, and if you haven't, you probably will be seeing her very soon. She's a mom of 2 kiddos, and Fly Girl stands for First Love Yourself. This mantra is deeply woven into the fabric of our brand, her brand. It reflects Deirdre's own self-love journey. Each candle is named to inspire self-care and self-love. Love that. The candles are eco-friendly, sustainable soy wax, which ensures that they burn clean and slow, enriching your environment without harming it. Fly Girl Candles loves to give back by making specialty candles to support the organization's mission. Everybody say, hey, Fly Girl, or hey, Deirdre.
Hey. Now they call me Fly Girl in the streets.
Period. Okay, hey, Fly Girl, yes, Deirdre. Both, period. And we actually have one of her candles. If you watched like the beginning of her episodes, you can go back. We did a collab with her, and so we had candles. It was like fall time, I remember it, and we still have the candle now. So yes, it smells good. It's great. So thank you so much for joining. Is there anything that I left out that you want to share before we get started?
Now that you hit everything on the nail.
Okay. Yes, you're welcome. So as you all know, if you don't know, this is your first time joining us. This is the Black Girl Den Podcast. This series is a plethora of women, and we just have Deirdre today, but we are going to chat it up about her experiences. We're going to get into some digital dilemmas, but if you did not know, the drink of the night is lemonade, because in this series, sometimes you got to turn lemons into lemonade when we make the best out of things. So yes, that's what we're drinking tonight. You can get some lemonade, or you can get some water, because I know some people drink lemonade, drink water. I really think that this is no sugar though, so I try to remember that. Okay. Yeah, I try to remember sugar. It is a little different though. No sugar is a little different.
Yeah.
But you don't need sugar, right? So if you're not new to the podcast, you know that we have a segment called TV and Tea. But if you are new, TV and Tea is basically where we talk about a TV show and we share some of our tea. Since this is the Small Town Big Dreams series, we are calling it the Dream Chaser Diary. So it's basically your diaries of how you chase your dream, right? So I have some questions for you, and we're going to get right into it. So make sure y'all relax, drink, and just comment whatever you feel. If this is your first time, sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy this episode, okay? My first question is, what's one goal you have set out that you have already achieved?
So one goal that I set out that I've already achieved is, I remember when I started the candle business in 2020, I said I want Fly Girl Candles to be known. And I feel like today I can say Fly Girl Candles is definitely a known brand.
Yes, that's so cool. I love that. I was going to say, I know you said about your self-love journey, kind of like that's kind of what got you started with candles. But how did you know you wanted it to be candles?
I did not know.
Oh, okay.
So I was one of those, I remember growing up, I always wanted to start a business. And I remember saying, I don't know what the business is, but I want to be a business owner. I remember at 16, I made my own business cards and was handing them out. And they had my name, phone number, and email. And I was handing them out to the kids in the neighborhood.
What were you selling?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So they didn't have my contact information. So I remember doing that way back then. But as far as the candles, I remember what happened was, it was during my self-love journey, and I had a friend tell me, she said, Deirdre, you should check out candle making. And I literally told her, I don't have time. I do not have time. I'm taking care of my kids. And I remember she said, hey, I'm going to send you a YouTube video so you can check it out. I remember half-assed watching this video. Barely watched it, skimmed through a little bit, went on about my day. So finally she said it again. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. let me go ahead and get a candle kit and see what she's talking about. So I did a little research, found a candle supply company, and I remember sitting there looking at the different packages you can get, and I was like, we're gonna get the deluxe because we're gonna go big, or go big or don't go home. Yeah. So I remember ordering that kit, and then once I got it in, it was just the whole process. It was so therapeutic. Just to sit there and watch the soy melt down. Next, we're adding the fragrance in, and then we're mixing, and it's like magic happening. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually creating something.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yes. And then next, I'm getting the containers ready because they sent little tin containers. I'm putting the wicks in them, and next I'm pouring the soy in there, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, I created a candle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Were you nervous though? Because you said 2020, that's when everything was going on in the pandemic. Were you nervous to start a business during that time, like using your money to try that endeavor?
I was not nervous.
Okay.
I was more so of, because I guess you can say through my life, like I've done Mary Kay, I've done Beachbody, I've done wine.
Oh, okay. You're an entrepreneur.
Yes. Been dabbling a few things. So like with the candle business, I think just what it was, my friends were like, oh, you should sell these. And just to hear that, and I'm like, okay, well, let's give it a try. Let's check it out. And people were buying. I'm like, all right. But what I laugh about is when I first started, my candles did not look like they look like today.
Oh,
Yeah. I started them out in mason jars. Then I remember I found a rose gold container. And then finally I found, they call them Libby jars with a white lid. And then I found the jars that I had now, and it was like, as soon as I saw it, made my candle and decorated the tops, I was like, this is it.
Yes. So it took you like 4 or 5 times.
4 or 5 times.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering because I'm like, you're investing in something and it's a pandemic, people aren't buying things, but some people are buying candles, and that could just been therapeutic in general. Like people are at home and stuff like that. So they want to like make their house smell good and different things like that and feel like a safe space and centering. So that's kind of really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. On the, I would say opposite side, what's one goal you set out that didn't work out?
Okay, so when I look at things that I guess don't work out, I look at life as what is the lesson? So I don't feel like it's a failure or, oh my God, I shouldn't have done that. I think of what, can I learn from that? And I feel like right now, what it is the candle workshops. So it started out rolling pretty good, and then they just kind of dipped off. And then I'm thinking, oh, people are, they should be scheduling some, and they really just weren't. So right now, kind of, took a little step back to reevaluate a few things, to see how to move forward with it. So I haven't completely shut it off, because I actually have some classes coming up, actually. Because I'm like, well, maybe it's more of a winter thing, So just trying to figure out when and where those things are gonna happen.
That's so funny. Another one of our creators, entrepreneur, she was talking about how she wants to do like teaching, and she does classes too and stuff like that, but she does cake, so it's kind of a different type of thing. So that's really cool. But yeah, and just kind of seeing, I feel like that's kind of, it's not that it didn't work out, but it's just like you just kind of got to figure out how to make it work. Exactly. So yeah, that's really good though. I like that. So you talked about when you were younger that you did have a dream of being an entrepreneur, and you have your degree in business. I did, see that as well. But I was going to say, were your parents entrepreneurs? Like, how did you know, or was it TV shows? Like, what inspired you to be an entrepreneur?
I feel like growing up, both my parents worked. A few things I remember, it was like, if I got sick at school, it was them calling, hey, how many points do you have at work? Who can pick them up? You know what I'm saying? So it's like they didn't have the quote unquote freedom, to come and get us because the jobs and responsibilities that they had
at work. Oh, cool.
Yeah, girl. What type of jobs? I remember like when I worked back in the day at Humana, if you miss work, that's a point, or half a day, half a point, and you get so many points or whatever. So
okay, like
you get warnings,
a point system.
Yep. So I just remember that, and then I also remember my aunt. she made some money doing computers and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So to me, I was like, man, I don't want to make money and I don't want my own time. You know what I'm saying? So I just figured with those, coincide with each other. That kind of pushed me on like, I want to run my own business.
Okay.
As a CEO.
That's really, really cool. Did you watch any TV or was it mainly like your family, like, I don't want to do this and I want to do that? Or was there any TV shows that you watched?
It was mainly my family.
Okay.
I feel like back then the TV shows I watched was like Power Rangers, you know what I'm saying? Nickelodeon, Family Matters, all those TV shows back then. Yeah.
Okay, then I see what you're saying. Because I was going to ask if you did, like, I don't know if you watched Living Single or stuff like that growing up mainly. To kind of see, like, did you feel like you had to move to a bigger city to kind of chase your dreams? Or did you, like, kind of, what was that? Are you just like, no, I could, be an entrepreneur right here in Mount Sterling?
So, growing up in a small town, I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world because it's like a tight knit. But I just feel like I couldn't grow, the capacity that I wanted to grow. So I knew that I wanted to be in a bigger city, but not too big.
Not too big.
You know what I'm saying? Just enough.
Okay.
And then not too far, from my hometown. Because I feel like it's an hour and a half away, so it's not super far away from there. But yeah, I just wanted to get to a bigger city so that I could have expansion to what I can see.
Do you feel like you need to go to a bigger city now, or do you feel like Louisville is kind of like a big enough city for you to do what you want to do?
I feel like Louisville right now, it is how can I say it? It's big for where I'm doing things right now, and I can still expand into other cities without being in
the city. Yes, through candles.
Yes,
love that. I was going to say, so being that you are from Mount Sterling, and then Louisville's not a big city, although it's bigger than your city, right? What were some challenges that you had to deal with? Maybe, I don't know, like coming from your small town to this town, but I guess in entrepreneurship, even if it's just like being in here, like what do you feel like some of your, I don't want to say missed opportunities, but like what are some challenges that you've had being in Louisville doing the business?
Okay, so with me right now, I feel like there's maybe little obstacles, but what helped me, I have to say, is I went to U of L.
Period, go Cards.
So, right. So, in college, I networked a lot.
Yes.
I got to know a lot of people.
Okay.
I got to know different parts of the city. There's the Newburgh crew. You know what I'm saying? The J-Town crew. The West End over here. So, I was like, okay, it's like everybody's got little cities in a big city.
Yes.
So I got to understand that. And then I got to meet people. And then I feel like as an adult, I got to meet more people. So, I feel like with me, networking within college, me networking with an adult, when I brought out the candles, I already had built this big community and network around me.
When you had announced like, hey, I'm about to start candles.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then they knew me through Beachbody and working out. So I've already developed them relationships with a lot.
Because you sold Beachbody and stuff when you were in school?
After I graduated college, I did Beachbody coaching. So I help people work out at home through the Beachbody program.
Okay, I was gonna say, I thought you were did personal training before that. I think I remember you telling me that. Yeah. When you were in school, did you do sports? At college?
So I played sports from elementary to high school. So when it came to college, I remember looking at my dad and I said, I just want to be a student. I just wanted to be a student for once. Now, I did ball, at the SAC, the gym, for basketball stuff. I'm forever an athlete, but I was just ready to be a student and just go to class and just, enjoy things. So.
Yeah. I was just wondering about that because I was like, oh, that's just like a part of your network and stuff like that that you were saying. So it really sounds like it wasn't really a challenge. It really sounds like it was kind of a pro because you went to school here.
Yes.
You networked.
Yes.
And you were like, you already were in it. And I think that could be something that's good about being in a smaller city and stuff like that. Because even though I think about it, I did go to U of L too. And it's like, okay. They're like, oh, you don't know anybody. Well, I was like, actually, when I go to campus, I actually do know people. I do know people here because I went to U of L. It's like, okay, there's a whole knit community. Like, oh, you see you at the grocery store, you're like, oh, you Bell, you're like, hey, what's up? Like, I'm like, it's like it's that bridge or like that connection, that like icebreaker moment or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I always be like, yep, I love you, Bell, yep.
Yes. Always.
Yeah, and so you talked a little bit about your family and how they kind of like inspired you to be an entrepreneur. Do you feel like they support your entrepreneurship journey, or do you feel like they didn't support it? And it could be friends or family.
Oh, yeah. So I would love to give an example of my biggest supporter, my dad.
Period.
In the beginning, it wasn't there, because I understand now as a parent, he wants to make sure, I got a job, I'm making money, I got benefits, like all this from the beginning. When I was like, oh, this is what I'm doing. He's like, oh, you don't have a job? He would send me jobs all the time. He would email me. He would send me, and I love that he did that. As a parent, I love that he did that. And then finally, I feel like about 3 years ago, it hit him, because what he started hearing was, oh, I found this candle. It's Black owned. She's in Louisville. It's called Flat Girl. He's like, oh. So he's hearing this all the way in Georgetown, Kentucky.
Yes, like that's my daughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's hearing it. He's seeing it. He's seeing me like on the news, doing podcasts, doing interviews. And I think that's when it hit him like, oh, she's really doing this. She's really growing it. So he is my biggest supporter.
We love that.
Today, he's like, sure, if he goes out to eat, he's talking to the waitress like, he like candles, like he's like it.
My daughter,
I swear. So he's on it. So to me, I'm like, sometimes you see your vision. Not everybody can see it, and you have to stay true to that vision no matter what. And you're gonna have to wait on some people to be able to see it.
Yeah, you have to make them see the vision. Yes. I love that. That's good. Yeah. What about your friends? Any friends that you feel like, or do you feel like it was hard?
They was ready.
Oh, yeah, they're the ones who told you.
They was ready.
Yeah.
And like, for example, I have some friends, they don't like candles, but guess what they'll do? They'll share my posts. They'll share my information. I have one, she just bought a candle. She's like, I just take the lid off. She won't even light it. So it's the same candle she done bought 4 years ago that she just takes the lid off, just support me. But she told her friends and family, and they're buying from me. Yeah. So I
love that. So we're going to stay right here just because we're going to go off script a little bit. Yeah. But because you talk about your friends supporting you and sharing you and things, sharing your stuff, things like that. And I feel like so much in the community is like, well, you don't support your friends, or like feel like friends don't support their entrepreneurship friends or their content creator friends or whatever, but it's like they'll be quick to like buy something from Nicki Minaj, or they'll be quick to buy stuff from celebrities, Cardi. Like I can't even really think about, I don't even know, like sharing about like maybe Meg, like whatever, a new line, whatever. But you're saying that your friends kind of support you and buy your stuff and share your things or whatever. And that's really, really unique, because I don't feel like everybody has that. Right. And so even the pouring into you, if you were talking about like, oh, you should do this, you should do that. Like I've had friends be like, oh yeah, you should try this or whatever. But it's like when you think about people sharing stuff, when they're like, anything that's going on, so it don't even have to be like something behind it, but like people will share a story about like a U of L, like you promote a U of L, right? But it's like you won't even share my story or something like that. Right. So I was like going to say, what do you have any advice for people who maybe don't have that type of support? Because you do have, and I don't know if you've seen it both ways or not ways, but kind of like what do people do if they don't have that familial support or that friend support?
I say keep sharing your stuff. Focus on those people who build tight-knit relationships with new people. Find a new network. Find those that are supporting to you and dive into that more. Because I know with me, I try my best to take time and share people's stuff. You know what I'm saying? I try to make sure, okay, today, let's not just doom scroll. Let's share some people's events. You know what I'm saying? Let's share some people's stuff that they post funny. So I try to make sure I'm going through to share. I also try to make sure I'm commenting on people's stuff. Because I feel like you have to develop some type of relationship with them so that they feel a part of what you are building as well. Yes. So there has to be some type of connection or relationship with that. And just don't let it get you down. Like people still see your stuff. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? People still see it. And just, stay focused on your vision.
Yeah, that's really good. I like that. And I'm like, literally, like, social media is to be social. So I was like, I don't understand, like, you don't comment, you don't share, something like that. Like, some people don't do any of it, but I was like, you're supposed to be social on social media. So, you know, I think about that too. But I just wanted to know, because that's really great that you have that, like, support and people are sharing and people are doing that, because everybody doesn't have that. So,
right.
Really,
and like I said, make sure you're doing the same thing.
Yeah, make sure you're doing the same thing.
Make sure you're doing the same.
So I would say, who plays the biggest role in your success?
I love this question. My biggest role in my success is me. I've always heard that you are going to grow. No, as much as you grow, your business is going to grow. So when you stop growing, your business is going to stop growing. If you're off, your business is going to be off. But if you stay focused on growing yourself, focusing on you, you're going to see that flourish through your business as well. So it's me.
Period. Okay.
Yeah.
What are some things you wish you knew before you started?
Man, what are some things I wish I knew? I feel like some of the things I wish I knew, I guess, more of are these cohorts around the city. I kind of stumbled across the one that I got in. I got in the AMP cohort. Oh gosh, forgive me on the year. I think it was 2020. What is it, 2025 right now?
Yes.
I think it was 2023. Forgive me if I'm wrong on the dates. But I just stumbled across on it because I was out networking and doing events, and then, you know, I rolled into it. But before then, I had no clue that there were cohorts where you can go in, learn more about your business, build it, have a network of people. So yeah, I wish I knew more about those.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that one. That was interesting. But yeah, you just kind of find out. I feel like that's kind of like the hidden gems in like small cities. There's so much going on, but it's like you kind of got to figure out where to go, what to do, all these different things at once. So yeah, that's really good. How do you balance creating content, posting on social media, and networking? Yeah. Literally.
Juggling everything.
I see this video, was like, I don't.
Right? Literally, that's what it feels like. But I'll tell you, I guess, a secret or something that I do. So, for example, I'll say we go to an event. What I'll do is, after I get set up, I'll go around and I'll introduce myself.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Deirdre of Fly Girl Candles. You know, if you have a break, come down and, you know, smell my candles. And then what I'll also do in the morning, I'll go around with my phone and I'm like, hey, can I get you on my Instagram reel? And then I'll go ahead and start getting everybody on my Instagram reel at the event. Yep. And then I will post that in the morning, and then that's it. So with all of that, I've already networked, I met new people, and I've got my social media content. Now I can sit down and relax.
Period. Okay.
Yes. That's what I do. I knock it all out.
Okay, that is what I'm talking about. And then do you schedule your posts, or do you just kind of post?
I right now just kind of post. Now, on my Instagram, I do go in and schedule some things out. So like events coming up. I've already went in for, so like each month it'll say, hello October.
Yeah, okay.
And then like November it'll say, hello November.
Yeah. You already have a schedule.
Yeah, those are scheduled out. So anything I can schedule out, I do kind of up early in the year, so I don't have to think about that at all. Now I do some like day of, you know,
posting. Okay, how do you do that? So balancing that, but then also you did say you like have kids and stuff like that. So how do you balance like motherhood with like business?
So basically they come to the candle studio with me.
Oh, okay.
And this last time, they were able to take the lids off and the little stickers and put stickers on the bottom. They love
they working.
Yeah, they're working. Yeah, because I made them understand, like, for me, if you want a toy, I have to sell 2 candles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I make them understand, like, this is my transaction to get the things that you want.
Okay.
So they understand. So they'll be at the candle events and they'll say, Mama, so how many candles did you sell? Can I get this toy?
Kids can always figure out what they gonna get. Okay.
Yes.
They always gonna ask. But that's smart too, because you're like teaching them young now, like, okay, yes, this is like, and there's a number, because I feel like so many times people do just give their kids everything, and people like, they don't value $1. But now you're gonna know, like, hey, this is how you get this, and you better come and work over here, okay, and help me.
Yes.
You want a toy? Come and do it.
Yes. And another thing I do with my kids too, because I heard this, it was on Facebook a while ago, and it said that they paid their kids to read or learn something. So it teaches them that they would get paid for their knowledge.
Oh, okay.
With me, if they read a book, they get $2.
Okay.
Chores, you gotta do chores no matter what. So pick that up, put that back over here. I'm not paying. No, we're not paying for chores in my house because you're gonna have to do them anyway. I don't get paid. Who pay you to sweep? To clean your house. Look, exactly. And nobody pays me. But your knowledge, I'm sure you get paid for the knowledge.
Okay, I like that. That's so funny because I watched this thing on Instagram. Someone was literally like, "Do you pay your kid like chores?" They're like, "What?" There's like, they get to live here for free.
Yo.
They get to live here. Pay for chores? No. Well, I can't talk because I gotta pay for chores. But also, I think that could just be that's how my dad taught me how to, do finances and like open up a bank and stuff like that. So it definitely does depend on how it is. So I'm like, but now people ain't paying them for chores, and it's also maybe way more expensive now.
Oh yeah. My son was like, "How can I make $10?" I'm like, "Well, read 5 books." And then read 5. I'm like, "Dang, you ain't even like." Let me find money real quick.
give it some time to recuperate.
Right.
That is so funny, but that's smart too. Like, and also instilling, because some kids, they don't have work ethic, they don't want to do anything. So instilling like having that knowledge and then showing them, and then that can also spark something in them too. Like, oh, my mom is an entrepreneur. Like, she makes candles. Like, maybe like I want to make something. He gonna try to figure out how to do that. $10. Let me sell some candy. Let me do something. So it kind of just like gets their brain thinking.
Let me tell you what they did. At one of the events, my son picked up 5 rocks, and he said, "I'm selling these rocks."
He did not.
He made $3. My daughter, at the gas light, she walked around and got free candy, and she said, "Mama," she said, "I'm gonna sell the candy." So they pay $1 and I get 3 pieces of candy. She made like $15 at the Gaslight Festival.
How is she selling the candy at the Gaslight Festival?
She put them in bundles because she said she was gonna do $3 for 1 piece. I was like, it has to be reasonable with the package.
So she was getting the candy.
She went around and got the free candy from the booths, and then she had them in sections. And she was like, for I think $1, I can't remember, $1 you get this candy here. And then she was like on the pick which candy you get 3 pieces for $1. She made $15.
Period. Hustler.
Yes.
Hustler. I am crying. That is so funny. Yes. Well, that's actually smart too, period. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what I said.
Yeah, okay. They gonna sell that candy, and kids love candy. They gonna buy it. They gonna be like, "Mommy, can I have $1? Mommy, can I have $1?
Yes. I swear, like it was like, and I was just sitting back watching like, wow. She's really doing this.
Yeah.
And I didn't say, no, don't do it. Put it back. Because, some parents, they won't let kids, be creative or express or try something.
Because that's what I am. Because I'm like, not that she took the candy and she's like, I'm about to sell it. Yeah. But hey, that's the mind. You have that mind because all kids aren't going to think like that.
Yeah.
And so that even shows that all kids are not going to think like that. So you could really see kind of what, you could be like, what could they do in 5 years? Like if they take something and flip it, that's really what you have to do as an entrepreneur.
Like people flip furniture on the side of the street.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? So her mindset when she gets older, that's a chest. Let me take it home and make it real nice.
And they be doing that.
$300.
Right? People are doing that on TikTok. They refurnish furniture all the time quickly. So Yes. I love that. That's really cool. I like that. So this last question in this segment is, what does success mean to you?
Ooh, success. What does it mean to me? I have to take it back to one of my favorite Buddhist quotes.
Okay.
Which is, be the change you want to see.
Okay.
So to me, that is, if I can inspire just one person to go after their dream, do something that they think is impossible, that's possible, just to create a ripple effect, to me, that is success. So somebody seeing me growing my business and they say, you know what, you made me want to go out and be a makeup artist and now I got all these clients. Like, to me, that is success.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So basically, the ripple effect of inspiration for other people. Okay, that's really cool. And they got to come back and tell you.
Right, I need to know. Give me a shout out. You know what I'm saying? Or give me a VIP ticket, to the awards.
Yes.
That is funny.
Like that. Yes, Like, you gotta know, so you gotta tell them. So if, you know, she's inspired you to do something, let her know. Put it in the comments. If you're watching this, let her know. Okay, so that is kind of like a cool success. Like, I have inspired others to chase their dreams.
Yes.
So I think that's really cool.
Because one of the quotes you hear is like, a lot of dreams end up in a graveyard.
Yes, they do.
People are too scared to do them.
And I think about that every time I have another idea. I'm like, child, I gotta get this out before I be in the graveyard. I can't be too old.
You're silly.
Every time I think having so many dreams, I'm like, child, I hope this don't go to the graveyard, baby. Let me figure out how to do this one. Yes.
Oh man, that is hilarious.
Yes, it kind of weighs on me, but I'd be like, poor child, because you only can do so much. But
yes.
I'm like, child, what's a good idea? Let me take this one to the graveyard, okay? I should start saying that more. But no, I definitely agree. So that is funny. So our next topic is called the digital dilemma, because, you know, there's a lot of talk about what's myth, what's fake, and what's real on social media through an entrepreneurship lens. Okay? So basically, you're going to tell me if it's a myth or if it's reality related to like activity on social media. Okay. So you need social media to be an entrepreneur.
No.
Okay. Period.
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, so that's a myth.
Yeah.
Okay. There's always trolls like hating online.
I was gonna say, you see people like just out of nowhere, and I only say that because people.
I was like, you were cracking up on that one. You seen trolls?
I really have seen them, so I'm just like, y'all have nothing else better to do but sit here and just do this.
Yeah.
Instead of, if you had an issue or whatever, go talk to the person so that they can correct it. You know, like. Yeah, so.
Oh, you're talking about real people.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about like those fake profiles.
Now I had one of those fake profiles.
Oh, yeah?
So yes, it does happen. Cause I had to block it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to block it because it was like some dude, and it was like, oh, I got her candle and it doesn't do this, and then it said something else, and I was like, did you even order for me? Because it said. So then I looked it up. I was like, I don't want to see no order. Then I clicked on the page. They had like no friend, you know, one of those things. I'm deleting blocked it.
Period. So, okay. Yeah, they ain't no trolls over here, but they are, but you'll get blocked.
Right. Immediately.
Okay. Yes. Following on social media equals success or money. So like, if you have 100,000 followers, it means that you make $100,000 or that you like are successful.
No, listen, you can have 50 followers and make over $100,000 just because you got people not online. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's on social media.
I know. I think people like really don't even think about that. I'm like, so many people I'm driving. Like when I drive, I'm like, sometimes I'm like, social media is not real. Like I'm driving, like you're driving, you're out. Like so many people are not on social media. It's like social media can really not just be the only place that you make your money.
Yeah.
So I do agree with that. You don't need a 9 to 5.
You don't need.
Is that like a myth or reality? It's kind of like, you know, when you're on social media, people are like, I'm an entrepreneur, I don't have a 9 to 5. Like, you know, quit your 9 to 5 to become an entrepreneur.
I feel like you don't have to. How can I answer it? Because I don't have a 9 to 5. But I do know some people that do still have one because they use those monies to funnel, you know, their business. Yeah,
their business.
So I've seen it on both ways. So I don't know how to answer that one, a myth or not.
So you don't know if you need one or not.
Yeah, because like right now I feel like to me it's a transition. Let me say that. It is a transition. So let's say you start at a 9 to 5, you start your business, it's growing, and now it's growing, you're like, okay, let me drop down to part-time. Now you see it's growing more, and then you're like, okay, I don't need it anymore.
Okay, I like that.
But then you got some people that are like, we're going to burn the boat down, and this is it.
Yeah.
And they throw it away, and that's it.
How did you transition?
I got, let go from a job. And I had started doing Shipt where you grocery shop for people.
Yes, I did that before too.
Yeah, so I did that, and then I started doing the candle business. And what had happened was I noticed I was getting more candle stuff done, and Shipt was slowing down. And I was like getting upset. So I'm like, oh, this is my extra money, And then I realized I was like, I really don't need this. I'm going to focus all my energy over here on candles. When I gave it all of the energy, that's when I even made more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. I see that.
Yeah.
So you don't need a 9-to-5 necessarily,
Right.
but you can use it as a transitional period. But I like that idea of like part-time too, and like doing different things. Somebody else is like, oh, I do this and I do that. So some people have different side hustles, so
Right.
It's okay. You just kind of
just make sure you can pay your bills.
Okay.
Make sure you can pay your bills.
Because maybe the bills gonna keep coming every month.
Yup.
So
Yes.
Everyone being a 6-figure owner on social media, like on Instagram, that's a myth.
I think that's a myth because I just feel like you can rent out. You know what I'm saying? At Airbnb and get nice footage everywhere.
Oh
yeah. Make this big perception of whoever whatever you want to be, and here you're driving old Honda or whatever, from that Bugatti you don't rent it from the weekend. So yeah,
that you rent it. Like I woke up in a Bugatti. Oh, the tree like it's not a Bugatti, honey. It's a bug. Like no, it's a bug.
Yep.
That's funny. Yeah.
Don't believe everything you see on social media.
Yeah. When I see, I just exit because I'm like, you're lying to me.
Yeah.
You have to move to either LA, Atlanta, or New York to like be a successful entrepreneur.
I don't think so.
Okay, period. Because we have successful entrepreneurs in Louisville.
Everywhere. Exactly.
In Louisville, Kentucky. Well, yeah, that was my digital dilemma. So you did really good.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If y'all have enjoyed it, let us know in the comments and like this. Our last topic is the postcard segment, and that's where you leave some, advice for the people. So it's like they read, but they're like listening, to something. You leave them with it. Yeah. What advice would you give someone past just start about chasing their dream?
Okay.
If they're from a small town, since you are technically from a small town.
Right. I think my advice would be is, we kind of touched on it earlier, is your vision is your vision. Nobody can see that. God, the universe, whatever you believe in, gave that vision to you, and you just need to stick your guns to it until it fruitions, and then others will be able to see it when it's right there in front of them.
Period. I love that.
Yes.
So yes, shout it out. Clap it up. Say shout out. Clap it up. Okay, write in the comments. And I would say shout her out. And thank her so much for coming to the den. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you are a small town, dreamer, let us know in the comments below if you have a business or something that you're working on. We would like to, just encourage you, inspire you to keep on chasing your dreams. That's what this whole series is about. I want you all to be able to see different people from different walks of life, being able to chase their dreams, and, showing up for the Black girls to have a voice in the world. All over, because we are all over. Yes. And I want you all to be able to be encouraged and inspired, people from small towns, college educated girls, because sometimes we do see, on social media, it be some of the girls don't be going the strict and narrow, the education round, stuff like that, and then you be seeing them like for real, like the influencers, like you always see something else. So I want to kind of make something realistic for people, because you always see like Instagram influencers getting different things, but like, what if you're not an Instagram influencer? You still want to see something that's relatable, something that you can maybe be like, oh, okay, I see this person, I can do this, I went to school, I graduated, okay, I have this. So it's just like something to be able to encourage you all to be able to see you all selves, And yeah, I just want to say thank y'all so much for listening and watching. We do have it on the podcast app and YouTube, however you're listening to it. We upload every Wednesday at 12 p.m. on the YouTube channel. So make sure you check it out. Come back next week and check out the last one too. All right. And give us 5 stars, because that's all, that's all we need. We need 5 stars. Okay. Period. Let them know where they can follow you at.
You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Both of them are Fly Girl Candles. And then my website is www.flygirlcandles.com.
Period. And you can follow us on all the social medias at the Black Girl Den Podcast, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, what did I say? Instagram, all of them. Check us out there, and we hope to see you next time. Bye. Bye.